going on, Jeromes? It's a beautiful Monday morning. Birds are chirping and stuff, rounding out January, and the Super Bowl matchup is set. You got the San Francisco 49ers. I stole that from the Chargers. Anyways, you got the Niners and the Chiefs getting on again, a rematch of a couple years ago. So, cool. Awesome. Right, and all the storylines. Oh, is Brock Purdy elite? Is he a game manager? Oh, the Swifties. Oh, Travis Kelce. Oh, is Andy Reid going to retire? Oh, Mahomes is the GOAT, right? So even though it's going to be 2 weeks of just annoying storylines over and over and over again, I just want you to know that the NFL logo forecast, the script, still holds up. So Niners, red. Chiefs, red. Purple, no purple. That's how they did this year. It's rough. Cell phones, those are real. But, the Baltimore Ravens came in as a 1 seed. Lamar probably going to win MVP. It's just rough, man. And you got to give props to that Chiefs defense. They contained Lamar all damn day long. And basically they had 7 points. 3 points came at the end, sort of in garbage time. But even though Mahomes and company, they didn't score in the second half, so major props to McDonald and the Ravens defense, but the damage was done. I mean, the Chiefs came in, they put up 17 early on, and that was all she wrote. That was it, and it's another frustrating season for the Ravens. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, and yes, Brady. The Brady equivalent today is Patrick Mahomes, and it's just amazing how he gets it done. And is Lamar and Josh Allen, are they shaping up to be this generation's Peyton Manning? Before Manning won the Super Bowl in 06 with the Colts, where big-time regular season quarterback put up the numbers, regular season MVP, but when it came down to crunch time, not so much. At least the discourse around the game was fantastic. So Pat Mahomes, former Twins, right-handed. Well, was he a starter sometime? I know he was a reliever, but Pat Mahomes is fantastic, by the way. I want to party with Pat Mahomes. I feel like we could swap some great stories about the dome. And I feel like he's a cool dude because he could be. This is before the game. This is like right before the game. So he could be up there in the heated suite with Taylor Swift, with his annoying other son, with his annoying daughter-in-law. But he's like, nah, I'm cool. I'm going to be hanging out in the parking lot with some Ravens fans, drinking a couple of Coors Lights, probably smoking a couple of heaters. That's what we're going to do, man. It's fantastic. Also, the governor of Maryland, Wes Moore, out there shotgunning beers with the Ravens tailgaters. It's great, man. I mean, Tim Walz would never. No, but this is good. And I know people are going to be clutching their pearls. That's not becoming of a politician. Whatever, man. Next, so the Lions. On one hand, F the Lions. On the other hand, I mean, this is crushing. Like, this is rough. Where Lions Cinderella story season, and they had Ford Field packed to the gills with all their fans watching the game on screens. And you notice in the second half of the game, they didn't cut to Ford Field as much as the first half. I think first half they cut to Ford Field about 3 times. Second half, none, because, I don't know, maybe Ford Field is on fire. Who knows? But 17-point lead, give up 27 unanswered points. It's just rough, man. Yeah, and the whole thing about it is, Dan Campbell choosing to go for it multiple times on fourth down where they could have just kicked a field goal. It's going to be second guessed to oblivion. But when you make – so on one hand, I respect Dan Campbell for going down swinging. On the other hand, bro, at a certain point, just kick the freaking field goal, dude. But kind of glad they didn't, because the Kirk Cousins curse is broken. So this is pointed out by our guy, CBG. No team has lost to Kirk Cousins and played in the Super Bowl the same year, and the Vikings, of course, put the bang thing on San Francisco mid-season. So beating the Niners, beating the Packers at Lambeau, that was the height of the season. Then Kirk popped his Achilles, and it's just but the Kirk Cousins curse is indeed broken. So there you go. Go Niners, I guess. And also, the discourse around this game was fantastic, too. So Eminem in a suite, up in the box. He's the man in the box, but just giving the double birds to Niners fans, which is just fantastic. I love it. I love everything about this. Something that... So, yes, we point out that the kneecap sign was in poor taste. And I know the Lions fans are like, oh, but this is what his speech was when he was introduced. Yes, fully understand that. Anyone with two brain cells realizes it's a play on his introductory press conference from 3 years ago. But kneecap, I mean, it just such a quinky dink that was a game where they took out, not they, Kirby Joseph took out Hawkinson and then took out Higbee, tried to take out Kittle in the San Francisco game, not so much. But the sign got revised. So beat a team on their fourth quarterback, yeesh. Beat a wild card team, congratulations. Beat the winner of the worst division in football, yeesh. Played a real team, got crushed, and then watching from Cancun, just like everyone else. There you go. But a nice moment from this game. So if the Lions did happen to advance, I would have been okay, because it would have meant that Teddy Bridgewater, backup quarterback for the Lions, would have gotten a Super Bowl ring, and I would have been right. Knew that Teddy was going to win a Super Bowl. But the Vikings, former number 32 overall pick in 2014, tore up his knee and sort of bounced around the league as a backup, ended up in Detroit this year. This ain't Detroit, man. This is Super Bowl. But he and Dan Campbell, walk into the bus, headed to the plane, and, great season coming to an abrupt end in brutal fashion, but I don't know. And also, Teddy announced that he's going to be retiring and coaching high school ball and stuff, and yeah. I'll always love and respect Teddy. It's what could have been a moment. But also, I want Teddy to get into the coaching game. I want Teddy to coach in the NFL. It's going to be great. So 30 seconds of the NFL draft order is set. So Detroit's going to be drafting 29, Baltimore 30, and then it's a toss-up between the Chiefs and the Niners. Now, the people who wanted the Vikings to tank, again, sure, late in the season, after the Vikings had shot their wad against the Packers, sure. But when the team was started out 0-3, you should just get 0-17. Nah, never going to happen. But the people who want teams to tank probably should say that, hey, San Francisco, if you lose the Super Bowl, you get to draft 31st as opposed to 32nd. We know how to build a team. We'll see, man. But, either way, all the annoying off-field stories aside, which are just going to be piss-pounded into the ground by the media for 2 weeks, this is going to be a good matchup. I do want to see if Mahomes can really cement his legacy. 3 Super Bowl wins in 5 years. I mean, certainly would be nothing to sneeze at. The Niners, I mean, can Kyle Shanahan finally get his one? Can Kyle Shanahan finally get 28-3 off of his back? Can Brock Purdy actually get something done? And also, I think the doors are closed now of Kirk going to the Niners. I thought they're open a smidge. Like if Brock Purdy played the second half like he played the first half, I think that Kirk Cousins would have been a 49er next year, man. But now they're probably running it back with Mr. Irrelevant. But McCaffrey in the Super Bowl. Can Kittle and Debo get there first? Can that defense continue to rise up? Also, 2 great defenses squaring off against each other, which will be good. Will Kelsey? Well, if the Chiefs win, does Travis Kelsey just propose to Taylor Swift on the field afterwards? I mean, that would be poetic, right? Does Andy Reid win, lose, or draw, walk off into the sunset and retire? Does Steve Spagnuolo take over, or will it be Matt Nagy, a.k.a. fake-ass Brad Childress? I don't know, man. But either way, looking forward to the Super Bowl. And I kind of wish it was Niners and Ravens, but Lamar Jackson happened. It is what it is. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Take a look at this beautiful Monday morning news dump. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol. Production value.